So,
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the movie case study on motivation of a sales force. Okay, so we just saw some clips from the movie and we tried to understand what kind of a motivation was there for Christopher Gardner. Okay, so who was a homeless person and who struggled for 6 months in a Dinvita stock trading company in the United States of America just to obtain the job. Okay, so now first option, definitely I will give it to students. Okay, so any student who would like to share something, okay, comment. First thing, comment on the character of Christopher Gardner or motivation of Christopher Gardner on the job. Okay, so basically it should be on the in the context. That is the first option. So anybody who would like to comment or give their opinion on motivation of Christopher Gardner on the job. He was sales representative, so it was intern. Anybody who would like to comment? Give your opinion on motivation of Christopher Gardner. Okay, so there is no comment from a student's end. Okay, so in that case, just not full interview. Okay, so about 3 to 4 minutes interview of the real person, Christopher Gardner, I'll show you. Okay, then we can conclude. Students, can you see this scene?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Becoming a millionaire. Bob Brown met a man who made that big leap. And if it sounds like the perfect plot for a Hollywood movie, now it is one.
It's your life, and suddenly the pace of it changes. Suddenly, one of the biggest movie stars in the world is acting it out, and Will Smith is playing Chris Gardner.
I noticed he was looking at me kind of like this. He had begun to study me. Now that made me uncomfortable. I had never been studied before, okay?
But if you're Chris Gardner, you have no complaints. Gardner used to be homeless, and on rare occasions, he holed up in this public bathroom with his infant son.
It was a choice. You eat or you stay in the hotel. We chose to eat. We stayed in the subway station. We rode the trains. We slept in bathrooms.
Then, after getting himself into a training program and proving he could keep company with the best, and on rare occasions, you have no complaint.
Been studied before, okay?
But if you're Chris Gardner, you have no complaints. Gardner used to be homeless, and on rare occasions, he holed up in this public bathroom with his infant son.
It was a choice. You eat or you stay in the hotel. We chose to eat. We stayed in the subway station. We rode the trains. We slept in bathrooms.
Then, after getting himself into a training program and proving he could keep company with the best of them, he became a multimillionaire stockbroker.
Come on, man.
It was one amazing ride, a story we told you 3.5 years ago.
All right, I'll talk to you.
And in the days just after the story was broadcast on 2020, Chris Gardner fielded a lot of weird offers related to his rise from homelessness to wealth, including a proposal for a reality show.
Guy calls me up. He's got this great idea. He's going to take some homeless people off the street, give them a job, and the one that does the most with their life is going to get a $300,000 house, $100,000 in cash, and all this other good stuff. And I can't repeat what I said to the guy, but the gist of it was, being homeless is not a game, and if you think it is, I already won, so send me the money. Haven't heard from him again.
So this story is about how a life with much larger stakes than any reality show got turned into a screenplay expected to be in movie theaters this winter and into a book published this week, both called The Pursuit of Happiness, with the word happiness deliberately misspelled, just as it was on the wall of a daycare center when Gardner was seeking care for his son in their worst days. For a man who is now in many ways a larger-than-life figure,
I'm afraid of not being happy.
his story began in a Milwaukee neighborhood with a kind of mystery. Why a woman with an incredible smile, a woman who turned out to be his mother, sometimes went missing.
And no one explained to me, well, why am I living with this relative, or why am I living with that relative?
Why was your mother missing?
My mother was in prison twice. And it was one of those things that no one ever talked about.
And she was in prison because?
First time, allegedly receiving welfare while working. And the second time, she attempted to burn down the house that my stepfather was sleeping in. She wanted to kill him for beating her. And I can say honestly, I'm sorry she didn't succeed. And before I said no.
Later in his life, Gardner was heavily influenced by decisions he and his mother made, sometimes with just a look between them, when he was terrorized by his gun-wielding stepfather.
He would come out with a shotgun, you wrote?
My last Christmas at home, man, I was put out of the house, butt naked, at gunpoint.
Okay, so it was just a glimpse of Christopher Gardner. Okay, his interview to the TV channel 2020. Okay, so I would like to tell you that just I browsed yesterday, okay, Google, to find out the net worth of Mr. Christopher Gardner is $70 million. Okay, 70 million his net worth is today. And Mr. Christopher Gardner, after a successful career as a sales representative at Dean Witter, or a successful career as a stock trading agent, as a stock broker, he started his own stock trading company, Gardner and Rich. Okay, he started his own stock trading company, Gardner and Rich Company. Okay, so I hope that's all about Christopher Gardner and his motivation as intern in Dean Witter. Okay, so the house is open for your comments, opinions, questions, if any. Even you can ask questions, okay, to keep the interaction on. Okay, otherwise we have to end the session. That's it. Okay, so as I can see, out of 34 students, 17 students are already missing. I could feel the impact of this class. I could actually feel it. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
So one question.
sir,
Yes, you can ask. And Nishad, speak.
yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. I have watched this movie twice on
Okay.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that movie. And I
Okay.
wanted to say that I felt very inspired when I watched it. And I want to comment something that is personal, sir.
Yeah.
Which is, when I watched this movie, I felt like it was somewhat very, very close to what my father has achieved in his life, sir.
Okay.
When my father got married to my mother, yeah, he faced the same situation, sir. He was also homeless because in his family they did not agree to getting married. Like love marriage was not there, no, sir.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they got married. He got married to my mother. Then he was homeless. So he also had to go through all these situations, sir. My grandfather was really, really rich, but he did not accept him. So now my father has earned, like, alhamdulillah, in millions, sir. He's
Okay.
very wealthy. He has done everything on his own. I'm very, very proud. And yeah, I've watched all this very, very closely, sir. So I feel very motivated when I watch these kind of movies. And I'm very happy that you have shared this movie with us, sir. It is really nice that you're making us feel like be motivated. Don't go on wrong paths. Like, it's really nice that
Yes.
you are motivating us, like
Yes.
making
Thank-
us watch movies and all this, and not just keeping us stuck to only books and also.
Yes, thank you, Nisha. Thank you for sharing your experience. That was quite inspiring and motivating for us as well. Okay, so I really feel proud. Okay, for your father. Okay, so now we'll move to next Ashutosh.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome, Ashutosh.
Yes, sir. It was very motivating Like even after he was not getting pay for 6 months in his internship, so he worked hard, and even after he achieved each and everything at the last moment, so that was the happiness for him. Sir, I actually have only one question here.
Yeah.
There was one scene, like the manager told him to get a cup of coffee or a tea.
Yes.
For him.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
was that a particular kind of task given to him, or like
No, no.
what
It was just
exactly
a
it was?
favor. Just a favor.
Yes,
Okay. So because they were not paid. Okay. So they were
yes,
not
sir.
rated. Interns were not rated well in the company.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
it was not a
So,
favor, sir. Sir, it was because I have saw this movie, and then later I had seen an interview of this Christopher Gardner, like
Okay.
the real person, sir. Sir, he told in that interview that it was a kind of racism which he used to face, humiliation, because
Yes.
all other that internship were like
Whites.
of
Yeah.
yeah, whites, and he was the only person who wanted to work, was
Okay.
a black person. So
Right.
because
Right.
of that racism, he used to
He.
because that he used to face that.
Okay, okay. So this part I'm not aware. Okay, but anyway, it looks like that. Huh? So he
yes, sir.
mentions in that case, no, he always felt underrated, unappreciated. Okay. So, but they have not
Yes,
brought that issue into the movie. Okay.
sir.
Okay. Yes. Next.
Yes, sir. That's all.
Anybody else
Thank
would like to comment or ask a question? Okay. So before we conclude, okay, dear students, please try to understand. Okay. So though when we watch movie, we feel okay instantly inspired, motivated. Okay. But try to understand that most of the movies, okay, are do not relate to us. Say for example, most of us, if you look at, so we are not struggling, we are not homeless people. Okay, we don't have problem with food, clothing, and shelter. Try to understand. So those were the problems for Christopher Gardner. Okay, while working. Okay, while and he was not paid a salary also. So these were his problems. But as a student, okay, or for that matter, as a person, anybody who is working or doing business, okay, who are not facing such big issues. But what can be our problems? What are our enemies? So let me tell you basically, okay, they are laziness first, then ignorance towards self, third, unorganized way of working and living, okay, and indiscipline. Okay, so these are the major enemies, okay, who can always keep our morale low, who can always keep us demotivated and keeps our confidence low. Remember this. And added to this are again more bigger enemies, okay, like corruption and unethical practices. So remember, so these are the 6 enemies, okay, from which, okay, we need to stay away, okay. So when we are not struggling to meet our basic needs. So I repeat again, laziness, okay, then unorganized way of working, indiscipline, okay, then unethical ways or unethical practices and corruption. Okay, so remember, and ignorance towards self. Okay, these all things keep a person, okay, very low, okay, on confidence, okay, on motivation, and these people will never get to see happiness or never get to feel what happiness is, irrespective of their economic condition. Okay, so if you really want to have that motivation to feel happiness, okay, you want to earn those few moments of happiness in your life, okay, then you need to work really hard, you need to be honest, you need to be ethical, you need to be disciplined, you need to be organized, okay, remember. So only then, with such a way of working, when you earn wealth, when you earn, okay, some wealth, when you change your economic condition, okay, okay, those moments, okay, you can feel as happiness. So this pursuit of happiness can be one of the biggest motivating factors. Okay, and coming to this end, let me also remind you. So a couple of times I might have told you, so near my home, okay, there was a girl, long back it was, okay, so she is now into 8th or 9th standard. So when she was into 3rd or 4th standard, okay, so she was talking to me and she was asking very strange questions, okay, not even adult could ask, okay, like whether God is there or not. Okay, then her second question was, is money important in life? Okay, so earning is not wrong, huh? Remember, or becoming wealthy is not wrong. Try to understand. Okay, read between the lines. So then I have to answer her. She asked me whether earning money, okay, how money is important or not in life. So I told her, okay, yes, money is important. Okay, because you look at Christopher Gardner, without money, how he is struggling to meet his basic needs, food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, so to that extent, to meet our basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, health, travel, education, entertainment, yes, money is required to that extent. Okay, a little bit more, okay, for future savings. Beyond that, anything is greed, and that greed will make a person to work in a corrupted way, unethical way, okay, and he will lose his happiness forever in the life. Okay, so earning money is important. Okay, so those who are wealthy, okay, and those who have wealthy parents, okay, for motivation for you is, I have told, work to create your individual identity, earn on your own, and create a separate identity for yourself. Okay, so with that, I will conclude the session. Thank you all for your active participation. Okay, we can log out.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Have a
Happy
nice
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Happy
welcome.
weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, happy weekend to all.
Thank
you
you.
too, sir.
Yes.